The tension on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta just hit an all-time high. Mendeecees and Joc came this close to throwing down on national TV, and the drama is unreal. Everything spiraled in second-seated words, flashing tempers, and a confrontation that almost exploded into a full-blown fight. Fans are going wild online, debating who started it, who overreacted, and what this means for the future of the show. You won't believe what triggered the almost fight. The shocking reactions from the cast and how producers scrambled to contain the chaos. This episode is a roller coaster of betrayal, tension, and jaw-dropping moments you need to see to believe. Buckle up, because we're breaking down every second of the sin. Drama behind the scenes secrets included. The tension on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta has reached a boiling point, and this week's episode delivered drama that fans are calling explosive. For years, Mendeecees and Joc have had a complicated relationships, sometimes cordial, sometimes tense, but nobody expected the confrontation that almost went physical on national television. And yet, here we are, with footage, insider accounts, and social media in total chaos over what went down. It all started in the lounge, where the cast gathered for a heated discussion about loyalty, betrayal, and unresolved conflicts. Emotions were running high from the start, and both Mendeecees and Joc were already on edge. According to sources close to production, even the crew felt the tension before the cameras started rolling. The air was thick with anticipation, as if everyone knew something major was about to happen. What set off the spark? A disagreement over alliances and personal choices quickly escalated into a verbal war. Words were exchanged at a rapid-fire pace, accusations flying left and right. Mendeecees, known for his calculated composure, suddenly showed a side rarely seen on camera. Mix of anger, frustration, and pure disbelief at some of the claims being thrown at him. Joc, equally fiery, didn't back down, matching him line for line with sharp retorts and pointed accusations. Insiders reveal that at one point, the argument became so intense that producers literally had to step in to prevent it from turning into a full-blown fight. Cameras captured tense close-ups with both men glaring at each other, fists clenched, and voices raised in a battle of pride and ego. The crew reportedly whispered behind the scenes, knowing that if either party lost control, the consequences could be dramatic, and not just for the show, but for the cast's personal lives. Fans watching the episode in real time were on the edge of their seats. Social media exploded within minutes, with hashtags trending worldwide as viewers debated what had triggered the near-fight. Some sided with Mendeecees, praising him for holding his composure despite the provocations. Others backed Joc, claiming he was standing his ground and refusing to be disrespected. The divide was immediate, and the debate rages on to this day. But there's more to the story than what the cameras captured. Behind the scenes, sources say that tensions between Mendeecees and Joc had been simmering for weeks. Unresolved issues from previous episodes, lingering resentment, and private disputes had been quietly building, and this confrontation was simply the flashpoint. The crew and cast reportedly knew that this scene was going to be intense. They just didn't realize it would come this close to turning physical. Audio from behind the scenes, leaked by insiders, provides even more context. In these clips, Mendeecees can be heard questioning loyalties and calling out what he perceives as manipulation and deceit. Joc responds with equal intensity, defending his actions and challenging Mendeecees' narrative. The words are sharp, emotional, and revealing, giving fans a rare glimpse into the personal stakes that drive the drama on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Meanwhile, social media reactions were immediate and furious. Clips from the episode went viral within minutes, sparking debates on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Memes, reaction videos, and fan commentary flooded feeds, with viewers dissecting every word, gesture, and expression. Some even claimed that Mendeecees and Joc's history made the confrontation inevitable, citing past arguments and lingering rivalries as evidence. Producers reportedly worked frantically to ensure that cameras captured the intensity without letting the situation escalate. Close-up shots, quick cuts, and careful framing were used to highlight the drama while minimizing risk. Crew members have admitted that there were moments when they feared a full-scale fight could break out, which would have forced them to intervene. Physically, the tension, they say, was palpable from start to finish. As the episode aired, fans continued to analyze the dynamics, Mendeecees' body language, Joc's verbal jabs, and the reactions of other cast members were scrutinized frame by frame. Analysts noted subtle cues like shifts in posture, facial expressions, and eye contact that suggested both men were dangerously close to crossing the line. Every detail became a talking point, and every interaction sparked speculation about what could happen in future episodes, adding another layer of intrigue. Insiders claim that other cast members played a role in escalating the situation. Whispered comments, sidelong glances, and strategic alliances all contributed to the mounting tension. Some reportedly encouraged the confrontation, while others tried to calm the situation. This complex web of interactions made it nearly impossible to predict the outcome and made for compelling television that had fans glued to their screens. The near fight between Mendeecees and Joc also had ripple effects outside the show. Social media personalities, bloggers, and entertainment journalists jumped on the story, dissecting every possible angle. Interviews with former cast members, behind-the-scenes footage, and leaked commentary only fueled speculation, leading to trending hashtags and widespread discussion. The incident quickly became one of the most talked-about moments in the history of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Despite the tension, neither Mendeecees nor Joc ultimately crossed the line physically. Both walked away from the confrontation, but the aftermath was anything but calm. The episode ended with unresolved questions, lingering animosity, and the unmistakable sense that this feud was far from over. Fans are already anticipating future episodes, wondering if the truce will hold or if another explosive confrontation is imminent. In conclusion, Part 1 sets the stage for a high-stakes drama that combines personal rivalry, reality TV tension, and social media frenzy. The near fight between Mendeecees and Joc is more than just a moment of conflict. It's a reflection of deeper issues, alliances, and emotions that make Love and Hip Hop Atlanta one of the most compelling reality shows. On television, Part 2 will dig deeper into the backstory, explore the behind-the-scenes strategies, and reveal how other cast members contributed to the tension, painting a complete picture of why this confrontation almost went off the rails. The tension from Part 1 barely settled before Part 2 dives deeper into the tangled web of history, grudges, and alliances that led to Mendeecees and Joc's near-violent confrontation. What viewers saw on camera was only the surface. The real story goes far behind the scenes. Insiders reveal that weeks before filming, Mendeecees and Joc had been in ongoing disagreements over loyalty and respect, both on-screen and off. Old arguments resurfaced, texts were exchanged with sharp words, and mutual friends found themselves caught in the middle. According to sources, these simmering issues were a ticking time bomb, waiting for the perfect moment to ignite. The episode we just saw became that. Flashpoint crew members report that the producers were aware of the tension and tried to mediate, but reality TV thrives on conflict, and a certain level of friction was actually encouraged. One insider said they knew something was about to happen, but even we didn't expect it to get this close to a real fight. Camera operators and producers remained on high alert, ready to step in if the situation crossed a dangerous line. But the drama itself was too irresistible to cut short. Joc's role in escalating the argument was significant. Sources close to the cast say that he intentionally pushed buttons, referencing past disagreements and testing Mendeecees' patience. His words were calculated, provoking, challenging, and designed to elicit a reaction. Meanwhile, Mendeecees, typically measured and composed, struggled to maintain his cool, responding with pointed retorts and sharp emotional commentary. The clash of personalities created a combustible environment that had everyone watching in stunned silence. Behind-the-scenes footage leaked by insiders shows just how tense things got. Crew members whispered among themselves, keeping a careful eye on both men as they paced, gestured, and exchanged heated words. At one point, the argument escalated to a physical posture-leaning asterisk. In fists subtly clenched, but production staff intervened just in time. The moment captured on camera, though intense, was only a fraction of the chaos happening out of sight. Other cast members played crucial roles in both fueling and attempting to defuse the situation. Some whispered behind Mendeecees' back, while others subtly supported Joc, creating a network of tension that made the argument nearly inevitable. Sources reveal that alliances shifted constantly. Friends one moment became adversaries, the next adding layers of complexity to what viewers saw as a simple confrontation. Every sidelong glance, every smirk, and every comment was calculated to provoke, defend, or manipulate. Fans quickly noticed patterns on social media, analyzing body, language, facial expressions, and tone of voice. Discussions broke down every second of the confrontation, debating who was in the wrong, who held power, and whether a physical fight would have changed the show's dynamics entirely. Hashtags began trending worldwide, with fans passionately weighing in on Mendeecees' restraint versus Joc's provocations. Audio leaks add even more fuel to the fire. In some recordings, Mendeecees can be heard questioning loyalty and calling out perceived manipulation, while Joc defends himself with rapid-fire rebuttals and pointed accusations. These clips, though unverified, give viewers a raw look at emotions that were running high behind the scenes. Analysts suggest that these moments reveal the personal stakes, egos, and unresolved tensions that drive reality TV drama. Meanwhile, the production team had a delicate balancing act. They wanted the episode to capture authentic conflict, yet they also had to ensure that safety protocols were followed. Crew members report constantly communicating with security, producers, and directors to anticipate potential escalation. The tension wasn't staged, it was organic, but controlling it required precision, timing, and quick thinking. The social media aftermath is just as intense. Fans dissected every frame, uploaded reaction videos, and debated who won the verbal sparring. Some sided with Mendeecees, praising his ability to hold back and avoid a fight. Others backed Joc, applauding his assertiveness and refusal to be intimidated. The discussions are passionate, ongoing, and reflective of the high stakes both men face, not just on screen, but in terms of public perception and personal reputation. Interestingly, insiders reveal that some of the behind-the-scenes conflict was amplified for narrative purposes. Producers reportedly encouraged certain cast members to make subtle comments or engage in side discussions that would heighten tension. While these tactics didn't create the argument from scratch, they did intensify it, ensuring that viewers receive the maximum dramatic impact. Reality TV, it seems, thrives on this intricate dance between authenticity and production. The near fight also had ripple effects on other cast member storylines. Relationships were tested, alliances shifted, and personal dramas intertwined with professional tensions. Some cast members reportedly feared repercussions from picking sides, while others saw opportunities to gain influence or screen time. Every reaction, every decision, every comment became a thread in the larger web of the season's narrative. As Part 2 concludes, one thing becomes crystal clear. What happened between Mendeecees and Joc was more than a single argument. Was the culmination of weeks of tension, months of unresolved issues, and years of personal history. The near fight is a reminder that reality TV drama is deeply personal, highly calculated, and often unpredictable. Part 3 will explore the aftermath, examining how this confrontation affects relationships, alliances, and future episodes. We'll break down fan reactions, insider predictions, and the potential fallout for both Mendeecees and Joc, as well as the ripple effects on love and hip-hop. Atlanta as a whole. As the dust settles from the explosive confrontation between Mendeecees and Joc, the aftermath is proving just as dramatic as the near-fight itself. Fans, insiders, and cast members alike are grappling with the fallout, and the tension shows no signs of fading. The events from this episode have rippled far beyond the lounge, shaking alliances, friendships, and reputations across love and hip-hop Atlanta. Immediately after the heated exchange, the cast was left in stunned silence. Even seasoned reality stars admitted to being shocked by how close the confrontation came to turning physical. Some cast members tried to mediate, while others quietly chose sides, signaling to the cameras and to viewers that the dynamics of loyalty and rivalry were shifting. Whispers behind the scenes suggested that the alliances fans had assumed were stable were anything but, and the tension between Mendeecees and Joc became the catalyst for a broader web of drama. Social media erupted in real time. Clips of the confrontation were clipped, replayed, and dissected endlessly. Fans debated every word, gesture, and glare. Some praised Mendeecees for holding back, highlighting his self-control under pressure. Others commended Joc for standing his ground, arguing that he refused to be intimidated. Hashtags related to the feud trended worldwide, and reaction videos flooded YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, driving engagement and intensifying the public conversation. Meanwhile, insiders revealed behind-the-scenes details that weren't captured. On camera, production staff worked tirelessly to maintain order, keeping the situation from escalating. Crew members were on high alert, ready to intervene physically if necessary. According to sources, at one point security had to step in to separate the two men, ensuring that no one was harmed. This behind-the-scenes vigilance underscored just how close the episode came to turning into an actual fight, and how high the stakes were for everyone involved. The aftermath wasn't just tense, was strategic. Both Mendeecees and Joc were aware of how their actions would be interpreted by viewers, fans, and social media. Every gesture, every word, and every reaction could be used to shape public perception. Insiders report that the two spent hours post-filming reviewing footage, discussing strategy with their teams, and planning their next moves carefully. Reality TV, after all, is as much about narrative and perception as it is about authentic emotion. Adding to the complexity, other cast members were already capitalizing on the drama. Some used the confrontation to align themselves more closely with one side or the other, while others leveraged the chaos to gain screen time, stir their own storylines, and increase engagement. The near fight had become a domino effect, influencing relationships, story arcs, and the overall dynamics of the season. Loyalty was tested, friendships strained, and rivalries intensified in ways that fans will continue to dissect for weeks. The online debate has been particularly fierce. Reaction videos, memes, and commentary threads dissect every angle, analyzing body language, tone, and intent. Viewers speculated about the motivations behind the confrontation, questioning whether old grudges, jealousy, or manipulation played a part. Analysts suggested that the tension between Mendeecees and Joc reflects deeper, ongoing conflicts within the cast, and that the near fight might only be the beginning of a larger chain of drama this season. Some insiders even hinted at potential consequences beyond the show. Personal relationships, business partnerships, and social media reputations could all be affected. Fans are paying attention not only to the argument itself, but also to how each man handles the aftermath. Interviews, posts, and live streams are scrutinized for subtle hints of regret, pride, or unresolved anger. Every public appearance now carries the weight of history, making each interaction a potential flashpoint, adding yet another layer. Audio clips leaked from behind the scenes provide rare insight into the raw emotions at play. In these recordings, Mendeecees can be heard grappling with frustration and past betrayals. while Joc expresses anger and determination, refusing to back down. Though unverified, these clips give fans a glimpse into the psychological stakes that drive the drama, revealing the depth of emotion that underpins what might otherwise appear as simple reality. TV tension. Producers reportedly viewed the episode as a massive success. The drama between Mendeecees and Joc created ratings gold, providing suspense, unpredictability, and heated conversation among fans. Yet, behind the cameras, maintaining safety and control was no easy task. Crew members were constantly communicating, ready to intervene if the conflict escalated further. The balance between authentic tension and physical danger is delicate, and this episode demonstrated how easily it can tip. The impact on future episodes is already visible. Cast members are walking a tighter line, carefully considering their alliances, words, and actions. Mendeecees and Joc, now acutely aware of how closely fans and cameras scrutinize them, are reportedly adjusting their strategies for on-screen interactions. Every conversation, every glance, every minor disagreement could set off. Meanwhile, the feud has sparked fan speculation about who will ultimately win in the court of public opinion. Social media polls, commentary videos, and fan debates dissect every nuance, evaluating body language, responses, and reactions. While the physical altercation was narrowly avoided, the psychological and social stakes remain high, making this conflict one of the most compelling storylines in recent Love and Hip Hop Atlanta history. In conclusion, the near fight between Mendeecees and Joc is more than just an isolated incident. It reflects deep-seated tensions, complex alliances, and the high-stakes world of reality television where every emotion is magnified. The episode serves as a reminder that in the world of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, drama is never just for the cameras. It's real, personal, and consequential as fans eagerly anticipate the next episodes. The question remains, will Mendeecees and Joc reconcile? Or will the tension explode into a confrontation we can no longer contain? One thing is certain, the fallout from this near fight will shape relationships, storylines, and viewer expectations for the rest of the season. Stay tuned for Part 3's continuation in upcoming discussions, breakdowns, and reaction videos, because this is a feud that refuses to stay behind the camera, and fans everywhere are ready to watch every explosive moment unfold. The tension between Mendeecees and Joc is far from over, and the drama on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta continues to shock fans. What you just watched is only the beginning. Every word, every glare, and every near confrontation has fans buzzing, and the story is still unfolding. We want to hear from you. Who do you think escalated the situation? More Mendeecees or Joc? Was this just reality TV drama, or are deeper conflicts playing out behind the scenes? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's get the conversation started. The best theories, breakdowns, and insights could even be featured in our next video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss our full coverage of the fallout from this explosive moment, plus insider updates, behind the scenes, secrets, and all the twists coming in future episodes. Reality TV drama moves fast, and staying updated is key. If you found this episode shocking, intense, or completely unpredictable, smash that like button and share it with your friends. Spread the word. This is one of the most talked about confrontations in Love and Hip Hop Atlanta history, and everyone needs to see what almost went down. Finally, stay tuned because the tension between Mendeecees and Joc is far from resolved.